Hello, loyal peasant, and welcome to my Stronghold 2 overview, review, rant, walkthrough, tutorial, and yummy talk. As you heard, this video will be covering a lot of things, but it's mostly a rant for me to vent about the butt pains of this game. Don't be expecting this to be a fair review because I'm too lazy and horny to do that kind of work. Firstly, for the few people who don't know what Stronghold, or especially Stronghold 2 are, let me briefly explain what it is. It's a real-time strategy game that's basically made of two parts. My favorite part of the game is managing a castle by building an economy made of resources. You'll have woodcutters collect wood to build farms, mines, and manufacturing buildings. And also, you must manage the happiness of your peasants by taxing them a respectable amount, providing housing, a sanitary workspace by removing the piles they leave in the streets, and removing rats from the food processing buildings. You must defend these industries by building walls. Great walls, not that great wall, and towers, and an army to garrison it. The other part of the game is siege warfare, and that's simply where you assault a castle to kill the lord. So there you go, I've summarized the basics of the game. Stronghold 2 is from 2005, making it 19 years old. So there's really no reason for me to give this game serious criticism. The developer, Firefly Studios, have likely improved the sequels in the areas I complain about here. But I still want to rant, as I'm brand new to this exact game and had a rough experience with some parts of the military campaign. And so here I go at it. There's no difficulty levels. The first game has difficulty levels, but this game doesn't. The difficulty is set for people who enjoy micromanaging every move of every soldier at game speed 10. I'm not someone who likes that. Thankfully, you can manage your castle and direct troops while the game is paused. Pausing the game is done by pressing the P key, by the way. That's only mentioned in the manual. Chapter 3 is a siege mission. The hints suggest using William's army as a distraction, as if they may be wanting me to kill the forces along the wall and gain reinforcements.
Stay on the walls and work your way around to their banner. If their flag falls, so will their courage.
But he was completely irrelevant to completing the mission. All of his troops will die, and the enemy force left on the wall will stay up there. They won't move to defend their lord. That's convenient for me, but that hint is misleading. Also, it's shocking to see laddermen climb ladders while carrying their own ladder. Like, damn. They have some super strength. They should be promoted to knights. For the second part of Chapter 6, after I killed Viking man Olaf and captured Trader Edwin, I'm supposed to use his rundown crap house as my new castle, but I said no. I returned my lord back to my original castle. Like hell I'm gonna manage a turd like that. My original castle is no longer in my control. It's now managed by my ally, and my ally didn't close the damn gate to stop the enemy invasion. I still managed to defend my lord by whacking the approaching enemy with boulders from catapults, and setting 200 missile troops on top of my keep. Missile troops, by the way, refers to any ranged soldier shooting things like arrows. Not that they're launching explosive rockets, though that'd be freaking cool. Now, I'll explain Chapter 8 as a walkthrough. The first objective of this mission is to rescue William from his terrible dementia. You do this by first pausing the game, direct all your troops out, build a gate over on the left side, a siege camp, a mercenary post, 8 woodcutters, and farms. You must build them all on the left side because, at this moment, the yellow team is neutral. But once you return William to your keep, the yellow team will go bad, opening fire on your economy without warning. I've had my industries annihilated because I didn't see that. Now make 6 axe throwers, 4 ballistae, and a cat. A cat is a gigantic wooden shield. I don't know why it's called that. Like, is it like a cat stretching with its butt high up in the air? The game doesn't hint using the cat, so here I am giving you this really useful hint. Use the cat. Now you should set hotkeys for your units. By selecting a group, hold Control, and press a number. Set the game speed down to 10, and now you can approach the force attacking William. Because William's dementia is really bad, he pissed off a lot of people, and he'll run his army out to commit suicide if you don't hurry. So we need to be out there fast. Set all your troops to stick with the shield. Have your ballistae first target their ballistae, then their swordsmen. Archers on archers. Axe throwers are your powerful mid-range dudes, and you need your pikemen and swordsmen up front to shield the shield. Keep this formation and kill all the enemies, and then you can collect your William. You will direct William back to your keep, but don't set him in there just yet. As I said, Yellow Team is going to go against you for an unexplained reason, so we will prepare. Set a battering ram and melee troops at their gate. Fill a tower with archers to the north to clear the walls, and set more archers on the hill to instantly destroy their ballista. Now you're prepared to kill the Yellow Team. It's really funny that I gained victory over the Green Team without sending an army into his castle. I didn't see it as I was looking away, but I think I might have killed Green Team's lord by striking him with a boulder thrown by a trebuchet. If that'd be how he died, that'd be way awesome. Gives reason to have a replay viewer. Chapter 9 is a pretty fun puzzle that slightly reminds me of Valkyria Chronicles, with the strategies I have to come up with. But man, it's hard. It's a siege mission that's got a lot of complex terrain. I've got a small force. The enemy has a lot of defenses of many sorts. They've got these mangonels on top of these towers, a valley I have to go through that's got several spear traps, wall-mounted rolling logs, a couple walls ahead with archers with braziers to light up their pitch, and then past this wall they've got more pitch, and this is all before 2 more layers of walls, and the keep, surrounded by a massive amount of equipment, and then even more pitch. It's a lot. One strategy I tried was allowing the mangonels to stay up there to destroy their logs, but I've decided to remove them with my ballistae. I found setting a trebuchet past the logs puts me in range of their archers. This was something I considered because I know their logs will reload, but then I realized I could set my trebuchet right at the logs and destroy them at close range. By setting my trebuchet right here, I can destroy both walls and eliminate some soldiers. It'll take 5 minutes to destroy all I want with the game speed set at 90. Beyond this wall, Old King is locked outside a gate. Given enough time, William will release Old King, so I kind of have to work fast. All of William's soldiers will die, again, except he continuously spams laddermen. Those laddermen can attract fire from this mangonel that can destroy walls, making convenient paths for me. So there's the one and only way William's useful. This game tells me to work alongside William and Old King, but they should actually move at my pace. It feels a little unnatural attacking Barclay with only Old King at my side, but Old King's got all the reinforcements I need. Okay, I'm done walking you through Chapter 9 now.
The rest is up to you.
I'm just really not into the siege missions of this game, where I'm forced to use the limited, fragile soldiers I'm given, having to micromanage their every move perfectly at game speed 10, or else load saves 10 or more times. There's no room for any creativity. Besides not liking sieging enemy castles, there are glitches with selecting units, battering rams exclusively attack gates. Trebuchets unpack the moment they reach their destination. I'm not given many alerts to my granary stocks, happiness, or shortage of housing. Guards don't see criminal wheat farmers. And there's no explanation as to why my estates aren't happy. They have a granary, so I figured I need to feed them some amount. As I mentioned, this game slightly reminds me of Valkyria Chronicles, as they're both strategy games. Though Valkyria Chronicles is a turn-based World War II game, the slow pacing and strategy is how I find them similar. But I find the gameplay of Valkyria Chronicles allows for much more creativity. No matter there being fog of war and unexpected events such as enemy reinforcements, landmines, or enemies dodging your shots, you can still win. In Valkyria Chronicles 4, I got A ranks through almost all the missions in my first playthrough with minimal reloading saves. The puzzle of getting through a siege in Stronghold requires very exact precision, and I don't have fun with that. Also, Valkyria Chronicles 4 has swimsuits and kai. Tutorial time! Time for a super quick tutorial on the map editor, and a few other tips. To set the map to be large, go to the Terrain Elevation menu and click the tiny icon on the right. If you want to set estates, you must select a different color for every single estate. Select the flag in the estate menu and set one in each unique colored zone for spaces that are specifically estates. Estates are good for expanding your production capabilities, well, some of your production capabilities, without impacting your home population limit. Just remember to feed them food, because peasants like food. Estates don't suffer poop overflow or rats either. A gameplay tip I have for you is that you can set infinite missile troops into any tower by pausing the game and directing many small groups into the tower. The last tip I have for you is to leave gaps in your walls to funnel enemies into your traps. Like here, they're running towards my tower with 100 bowmen, rather than using their destructive siege equipment to destroy these wood walls and attack me from a more vulnerable place. Tutorial time end! Now, allow me to explain how this game could be improved. They need to allow me to build brothels. My lord, the peasants express that they are feeling terribly horny, and I am too. Oh, I'm coming to make love to you again, Bessie. If I could build a super brothel, it would be thrice the height of a keep, have 10 times the HP of a great tower, house 100 peasants, give me 100 honor a month, and give me a popularity bonus of plus 25 a month. It's also a place to summon J.K. Haru, or train Kunoichi, who wears sexy tiny black cheongsams. As you can see, it wouldn't be any ordinary brothel, it's an SSS grade brothel that also acts as an ultimate defensive structure. My peasants wouldn't care to have no food, be living in filth, and be cruelly taxed if they can spend all the rest of their money on top-class sex workers. The rest of my military's performance will triple with boosted morale. For how horny my soldiers are, a single swordsman can clear a bandit camp all alone to hurry back to the brothel. Stallions will run twice as fast because of their stress relief. Just imagine how that happens. It's also got a sex dungeon to punish your criminals, though that might just increase the number of minor crimes. Why wasn't my brothel implemented? I demand my Super Fortress brothel be patched into Stronghold 2, or make sure it's a thing in Stronghold 4. Also, my lady would like to do all she can for the sake of the kingdom. She wants to offer herself up to high-paying nobles to fund my military, so she should be allowed to do that from her bedchamber. She is the most desired woman in the kingdom, and she's willing to commit this noble act to save her people. She's so honorable. Why don't my soldiers wear bikinis? They should be wearing tiny bikinis. These men are ashamed to show their nippies, but proud of their beautiful chest hair. Seeing that gleaming, sweaty chest hair is what will unite the nations to ultimately make world peace. Don't ask me how that works exactly, but men's chest hair will save this world. Lastly, how come the mercenary camp doesn't allow me to hire the Band of the Hawk? I should be able to just pay Griffith to do all the siege missions for me. I'd pay him everything he needs once he entertains me in the ways the beautiful man can. Ooh, that man's beautiful. Oh, he's got a butt, just want to grab that butt cheek so good. But no, I got a boy who's already real sexy. Oh, I got a sexy boy, but he's not as big as this boy. This boy's got a really big butt. Oh, he's such a big butt, baby. It wasn't my intent to make this video exclusively a rant, but if a game has enough problems, I can't help but criticize it. I need to state it clearly here that it's only those few campaign missions that I struggled with that got me mad at the game. The game design being trial and error is one I'm not into, especially for how punishing this game can be. Armored Core Verdict Day is the furthest I'll tolerate trial and error game design.
You have left the mission area. Aborting mission.
Besides that, it's a very fun and addicting game. Give me this chance to explain how it's fun. The Kingmaker mode, which is basically an unscripted deathmatch, is very fun. It's really fun doing 7 versus 1. You could be the 1 versus 7, or you could be part of the 7 versus 1. Siege mode allows you to focus entirely on sieging or defending, and you could quit, like you're not held back by story. There's a map editor and Steam Workshop support, so you can easily download maps and other mods, though I haven't seen many mods available. Otherwise, it's an experience unlike any other, with how lively the economy is. Your economy is made of people who have names, opinions, and purpose.
This new diet you have me on is excellent, sire. Just look at my figure. Pretty good, don't you think?
You can get really into their lives by zooming the camera in and seeing your wheat farmer collecting his harvest, your baker baking his bread, or see them gather at the inn. Your lord will attend church and occasionally give you random defeat or victory when he wanders into a massive pile of poop.
Animals are dying from disease.
Everyone is very well animated, and the sound effects and music bring the whole castle to life. Besides all that, I'm extremely happy to hear the game greet me by my name.
Greetings, Lord Chris.
That's just way too cool. Where the game shines is in constructing walls. Great walls, but again, not that great of a wall, or especially that great, but more like this one, or castles like Gladysant of Ace Combat Zero, or For's Fortress of Drakengard 3. I'm really looking forward to Stronghold 4. Firefly Studios, if you are watching this, you now know to add brothels. You can patch them into all the old games too. Thanks, Firefly! my review is over, but there's still more tangents I want to go run off on. Like, I want to mention that Stronghold games are super cheap when they're on sale. I have all the games except Stronghold 3, Warlords, and that free-to-play online game. I'll consider Warlords, so it could maybe make me feel like Lord Nobunaga, as I see him in Nobunaga Concerto. While you're buying cheap Stronghold games, make sure to also grab your BlazBlue Calamity Trigger and BlazBlue Continuum Shift Extend. I play on easy difficulty because I sort of suck at it. With my Rock Candy Xbox 360 controller, I have a hard time doing inputs for drives. And I can't find the tutorial, so I don't know how to do throw counters, but it's still really fun. The dudes are really into belts and zippers, and there's Big Booby Lady, and you can dine and dash with cat girls. And honestly, BlazBlue outfits are my favorite part of White Day, a labyrinth named school. It's in a DLC. Another tangent I want to run off to is I want to review J.K. Haru is a sex worker in another world, Summer. Okay, so here it goes. It's an enjoyable novel featuring many short stories involving characters' adventures of various sorts from the first-person perspective. Those adventures I'm referring to aren't all traveling across the world and into dungeons, but some are stay-at-home slice-of-life adventures. Okay, so, I got my own kind of definition of adventure, okay? Staying at home is an adventure, alright? Okay, the book is not a starting place to get into the world of J.K. Haru. I recommend you read all the manga before you get into this novel, as there are details you'd be confused on otherwise. There's a really good variety of stories that are all told very well, and the balance between them is great, from being lighthearted to darker dramas. My favorite chapter is The Muck Always Sinks to the Bottom. And I also really like how the world's lore is explained in a way that's easy to grasp. I wish I could level up in Elden Ring just like Haru does. Haru has a great way of leveling up. Oh god, it'd be so good to see Elden Ring become like Haru. Oh, they're not gonna update. They're not gonna patch.
Graceless, tarnished. What is thy business with these thrones? Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania. General Radahn. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Rani. Willful traitors, all. Thy kind are all of a piece. Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgoth, last of all kings. Foolish ambitions to rest.
Now that I'm done with my many tangents, I'll advertise a couple Stronghold 2 reviews that are made much better than mine. I never got permission to link their videos directly from inside my video. They probably wouldn't want to be associated with me, considering all that I've done with so much yummy, but I'll still say you should check out the Stronghold 2 reviews and more content from Corteri and RetroCon. They make really good content. They deserve more views and subscribers. I don't really want any because I don't like responsibility. Feels like I'm pressured to provide content. But yeah, if you need assistance with Stronghold 2's map editor, you should check out RFCB 200. Thanks for watching. Now you go out and have a beautiful, wonderful, beautiful